Evening all, how are we doing? Happy Monday. Hope we're all having a good one. Alright. I've skinned my knuckle somehow. I have no idea how, but I have. I need to stick a plaster on it so I don't bleed everywhere. But if I don't too good a job of putting a plaster on it, I won't be able to use my finger for gaming, which would be problematic. That should work, I think. How are we doing, anyway? Very well. I do apologise for keeping you waiting so long. Thank you very much for your patience. I'm very grateful. You know, sometimes when you need to be getting on with stuff, but you just happen to have an idea at an inconvenient time, but you're going to jump in and you're definitely, absolutely going to pursue said idea anyway. That. So, yeah. Kind of weasels its way into my brain sometimes, and I'm just like, I've got to try this thing, I've got to do that thing, or whatever it might be. And inevitably I wind up running way later than I should do. But such is the way of things. Anyway, hope you've all had a good one. Week's off to a decent start and such. I'm doing alright. I've had a bit of a quiet day. Bit of a weird day, to be honest. But still. Ready and raring to jump into some Avowed. I played some Avowed over the weekend, actually. I tried out a different build for a bit. I had to sort of potter around with a couple of bits of stuff. Tried a little bit of dual wielding, and that's quite good if you have two matched weapons, like two one-handed swords. But not really a big fan, and you don't get to block, you can only dodge. Which is workable, but it wasn't for me. And I tried out, I watched somebody else do dual-wielding pistols. That looked quite fun, although a little repetitive, I suspect. And I'm currently, on my other character, using a two-handed sword, and just going at fools with a greatsword. And they've done a really nice job modelling the greatswords. They look pretty accurate. Like, you often see ridiculously oversized greatswords in games. This one's got a really kind of thin, narrow width to the blade, and a credible handguard that is of a respectable size for a greatsword. They've done a really good design job on it, and yeah, I quite like it. I looked at hammers and axes, like two-handed hammers and axes, but they are so slow. The greatsword has almost as much of the good attributes of the hammers and axes, but is considerably faster. So yeah, which it would be, of course. So, yeah, I quite enjoyed that. But we're going to be continuing with the wizard. So, evening Tangy, evening Noel, how are we doing? Evening Feline, hope you're all well. Let's get cracking, shall we? I'm going to keep rocking Grimoire in one hand, and we're going to go wand in the other. So that should be cool. My nose is a bit tickly today. All right, then. Good. Glad you're doing well, though. Still don't know how to skin my knuckle, though. Weird. It's good that they're generating the shaders before you get into the game. It reduces stuttering and performance issues that Unreal famously has. However, the fact they have to do it every time is kind of annoying. On the plus side, the first time is quite long, and then subsequent occasions are not that long, so it could be worse. Have I seen Bethesda's Elder Scrolls 6 competition news? No, I have not. It's just a good occasion to take a quick gander before we dive into the game too deeply. Probably means I'm going to have to look at the hellish socials then. Oh, that's interesting. Dear Lord, I don't want to see that, though. So apparently Bethesda are offering one winner a chance to create an NPC for the Elder Scrolls 6 to benefit Make-A-Wish Foundation for the Mid-Atlantic region. Whichever region that happens to be, but Make-A-Wish Foundation, anyway. So you're going to need an idea, and then you're going to have to bid on it via a silent auction, apparently, to raise money for charity, according to this. I assume that's what you're getting at, no? Which is quite nice. Being a penniless scrub, I won't be able to do that, but, you know, it is what it is. Right. Shall we? I will need to put the right character on the go, won't I? It's a bit more aggressive than I wanted it to be. There we go, we're rolling. Yeah, it's got a cool, nice idea. Okay, so yeah, last time, where am I at? Okay, yes, alright, okay. Yeah, last time we came up to Strangleroot in search of the Claviger, who is the effectively mayor of Paradis, and the Adyran ambassador, who had gone out with no support to find out what the F was going on up country in terms of the plague moving into town and causing all kinds of hell and havoc. However, the Claviger ended up dead, and the the ambassador turns out to be quite the ineffectual fellow. We got them out of a situation with a Dreamscourge infected bear. Oh, I've got a... Speaking of fluffy animals, there's a fluffy animal coming in here. How we doing, Caldron? Yes, and sent the ambassador back to Paradis, and we now will get permission to enter the city. So we'll be able to continue investigating in a bit. However, there's a couple of things. Firstly, there's a whole bunch of stuff to explore before we head there. This we need to find out. Mapping the living lands, we need to find a missing cartographer. Now, he's somewhere off to the east. I'd kind of overlooked that, but he's somewhere on this side of the city, presumably in the Rise area. So we'll find him later. I've got one treasure map, which is that one. Okay. There's another one that we can buy in the port area outside Paradis. And because I was running around on my other save, I'm actually pretty sure I know where that is as well. And I think that's all the quest stuff. And there's a whole bit of stuff around here we could do involving the Zurip camp and stuff. So we could hit that on the way back. And also, somewhere in Claviger's Landing here, there was an adventurer talking to a random elf saying, oh, do you know any cool places to investigate? And he was like, oh yeah, there's supposed to be some stuff up near the Strangleroot just across the water, referring to the Pugran cache. So I can also go there. However, I don't know if I might get my posterior kicked. So we'll have to have a look at that. The other thing is that there are two types of plate armour that are pre-order bonuses, which I have and didn't realise that are sitting in my stash. I'm not going to pick them up and use them, but I might have a look at them later because I'm not actually too badly over encumbered. But yeah, I am equipped with a whole bunch of stuff. Also, I could maybe possibly think about transmogging some stuff, which I did on my other character. But annoyingly, if you're going to transmog to something, you have to keep the item whose appearance you're taking in your inventory, as well as the one you're changing. So you basically have to carry two sets of gear, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, they need to work on that. There's also a whole bunch of stuff up there that looks vaguely interesting. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get into that cave. I think that might be where I came out, is it? So I came out somewhere around here and dropped down, didn't I? Which I think might have been there. Yeah, it was. So, well, we've just saved, so let's see what we can find over here. There's some spooky dudes. And we did have a look at this, didn't we? Right, okay. So, zap. Grimoire stuff. which is fire, ice, electricity, and shield. And I've got magic missile and shooty ice stuff. And okay, I don't think I will want this to be bound. I don't know. Let's have a quick look. What does that do? Heals and revives all. Oh, maybe I do then. Nearby allies and deals damage over time to Del Magnum, Dream Thoughts, and vessels. So, gives some power over Dreamscourge type stuff and deals damage to them whilst healing nearby people. Okay, I do want that then if I need it. So let's go have a shufty over here. See what trouble we can get into. Oh, a skeleton wizard. That definitely looks like trouble.
See, this one's mine.
Ooh. Oh, went okay.
You don't abandon good supplies. I wonder what happened here. That's one for us.
Yeah. We got a waterfall. It tells me there's probably something behind it. Because there always seems to be. Oh, I need to investigate that house as well, my bet. Hmm. If I jump in here, am I going to be able to get back out again? That's the question. Probably. Doesn't look like there's going to be anything. Let's see what happens. There is. It's higher up. Ooh, there's a body under here, though.
This island has it in for all of us.
Yeah, it's not exactly... What was the phrase? It's kind of hostile to life. Ooh. Boom. Well now.
Want to do the honors and open it?
Great hammer, great sword, pistol, nice. We found ourselves an armory. Now, here's the thing I didn't realise, but I don't like. To unlock chests and stuff, you don't have the mini game, but you do have lockpicks as a consumable resource. So this is going to cost me 1, which is fine. But some I've found cost me like 3 lockpicks to open it. Yeah, some goodies in there. Yeah, I don't like that particular turn of events. As a mechanic, I'm not a big fan of that. We'll see how abundant lockpicks are as we go on, I suppose, and that'll follow my perceptions, but for now, this looks I think I triggered a tripwire.
Stand back.
Now, if I were, for example, to... It's plate armor. Why is it like that? Gamberson? Nah. I don't think that looks any better, really, does it?
The living lands is scattered with old.
How am I suddenly over encumbered? What the hell have I picked up the way so bloody much?
Old park ruin and ruins like this. Good builders and explorers. Now, the last of them live in an old keep in Galloway's tusks. This island's never taken kindly to settlers.
Great Hammer, for example, will have weighed me down a bit. Swords, spears, yeah, not surprised really. Well. Yeah, I think we're back out. Well then, Kai, you dumbass. Can't sprint, but I can jump to a certain degree. So let's see whether or not we can pull this off. Oh, we did. We've got to stagger my way back to camp, stash some of this. I don't suppose I can fast travel back there, can I? No, of course not. That'd be far too convenient. There's a little ratty there. How we doing, Steve? You alright? So, one thing I have done is tweak things so that most of the HUD disappears most of the time. And I've gotten rid of the compass that was in the top left corner because I just wasn't using it. So, yeah. Crawl our way back over here. Hopefully set up camp and I'll be able to store a bunch of stuff. It is quite pretty, this game. I've been enjoying it so far. Right. So yeah, amongst other things, we've got an Iguithan cuirass, which is heavy armour. In fact, we've got a full set of Iguithan armour, which has some really good stuff to it, but it is heavy, which is not good for this character. Still, interesting. And then there's the Obsidian Order cuirass, which is considerably... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Considerably more ugly. But has basically the same stats, except for the special effects are different. So the Iguithan one is regenerating some of your health. Up to 15% of it, that's not a lot. And gives you slightly more... some of your attack damage back as essence. Whereas the Obsidian Order one means your companions do more damage, it ups your max health, so it's slightly better. And then there's a Stereo Garrot Plate, which is basically the same stats anyway, with a different set of special abilities again. So which is actually, I think, better anyway, so not really worth it. Anyway, either. Multi-cast speed's far more useful to me. That's all good. Right, I can now move again. Yay! So I could upgrade my wand a bit further. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Can I upgrade the grimoire? I can upgrade that too. Should improve the ability cost somewhat, which is better. I'll buff the damage on it a little bit. So I think I'll do that first. Where is it at the moment? Yeah, okay. So it buffs the grimoire a little bit, and now I haven't got enough softwood branches to upgrade anything else. That's fine. Right, let's see if we do any cooking while we're here. That wasn't much, but to be fair, we did a load last time. So, the tripwires around the camp. It is. And bells. I'm going to be honest with you, it's not a bad idea to keep people out, setting your camper up with tripwires. Set them a bit further out though, so you get a bit more time. Colours are a bit much. Yeah, they're not so bad. I've seen some people putting, like, there's mods out that will do that, starters. But there's also mods that really up the vibrancy of it, and I'm just like, are you insane? Like, they really turn up the saturation quite a lot. It's crazy. But yeah, I think it's mostly okay. I wouldn't want it any more saturated, but it's kind of a style choice, isn't it? Good lord, man, you are not very bright. Move! Good lord, Kai, you are fucking stupid. What a prick. Yeah, you burn your own eyes out turning it up anymore, to be honest, no, but... Kai is slowly healing back there. Schlep, schlep.
Another glorious bath. Take your best shot. Coming from your right. And raw. Going for you.
That guy's coming from every which way. That went alright. The one's not bad, yeah. Like I said last time, it's really a bit Harry Potter movie for me. but I can live with it. I tried doing Grimoire and Pistol for a bit, and the vibe just wasn't there, so... Just fell off there because I was too busy looking at the cat. Hello. I'm going to have to tell the cat off. They're trying to get into places she shouldn't. I don't know. She's staring at the bathroom door for some weird reason. I'm going to keep going in the hope the guy doesn't get screwed. Yeah, it's distinctly like... One of the things that annoyed me about the Harry Potter movies, amongst others, amongst many, was the nature of the magic was changed compared to the books. They were just whipping off left and right and just knocking spells aside all the side and parrying them left, right and centre really quickly. Whereas the version of magic in the books was much more... involved and slower paced, which, I mean, they did it for excitement on screen, but I don't think it improved it, so this kind of has that vibe to a degree, except you can't knock things aside with it. On the third night, Ivona came to a towering cliff where the sheer jagged precipice forbade all who might pass. Her pickaxe glanced off the surface, and when she threw her rope, it fell back to the ground and found nothing to latch onto. The wall is high, Ivona lamented, and lit her torch. It was a prayer against the encroaching dusk. I cannot climb, but my path cannot end here. Your path has led you here to challenge you, Margaret said, in a voice that seemed to emanate from the flame itself. The stone before you is the same as the stone you stand upon. Your footing will find a way. So Ivana knew what she must do. Ooh. Climb, I would guess. Some abilities will bash through that, but I don't know if I have one. Well, I guess we're about to find out, aren't we? Need something explosive. Do I have a grenade that'll do the job? Yes. Square one of missiles or fireballs like classic D&D. Yeah. But it's not even that. The one only does one specific thing as far as I can tell. Just shoot bolts of magic. Or charged magic. It's not even as versatile as they are in Harry Potter. Boots of the Bricklayer, huh? Dodge distance goes up and carry capacity goes up as well. But I lose a little move speed. I'm okay with that, I think. They look pretty terrible, but not unacceptably terrible. Torn Peregrine Skull Part 2. Avowed snuffed the torch even, and stepped onto a nearby ledge, and her humble walking boots found foothold upon the moss. She mustered her courage and reached the outcropping above her head, proceeding step over step, hand over careful hand. With the last of her strength, she reached the top of a mighty cliff, and turned to watch the last of the sun slip under the waves. I don't understand, Ivana thought again. How do I know where to climb? Only heroes can do such things. Was your mother not a bricklayer? Margaret asked. Yes. Did she not scale the walls of your great keep? Of course she did, and that is how you knew. Triumph does not come to those born to a greater purpose, it comes to those willing to use the tools they were given. Ooh. Maxims of the Paradis 2. In older lands it said, to know the world first, make a map of it. To know the cavern, make a model of it. To know the soil, grow a garden of it. Now it is written in blood, you shall not mistake a model or a map for the maxim, which is the truth manifest the truth manifests in the world. You shall not reduce the great to the grubby miniature. You shall not mistake the drain hole for the maelstrom. The taste of blood is that which seems clear on the map is tangled in the maxim. Are you trying to say don't make models and maps? A bit like forbidding writing, really. Don't make miniature versions of things lest you offend the big version. Some nonsense. Does channeling magic take more mana or hard to find books on? So basically the way it works in this game is for the wand, the magic that powers the wand comes from the wand itself. If you look at my purple bar in the bottom left corner there, see, casting with the wand is doing nothing. If I cast one of the spells on the hotbar in the middle at the bottom though, that's my essence, the purple bar, which is the equivalent to mana. The stuff on the big bottom row is stuff that is innate to me, spells and stuff that I can cast without a grimoire. This is the stuff that is in the grimoire specifically, and if I swap the grimoire out for something else, I'll have a different set of spells. I don't have high enough level to use a more advanced grimoire at the moment, but they are out there to be found. I found like 3 of them. There's a considerable amount of overlap actually with the one I already have, but there's also some unique stuff in there, so... But it doesn't matter because I can't cast any of it yet anyway because I'm not high enough level.
That looks like a totem to your burned queen.
Does it? I'll take your word for it, mate, because apparently you know something I don't. So there we go. I feel like it was trying to tell me to climb up there, but at the same time... Maybe not. How are we doing, Rapier, right? Yes, very much enjoying it so far. Characters are not life-shatteringly, earth-shatteringly, game-changingly, words like that, brilliant. But otherwise, the gameplay is a lot of fun. I'm going to go back this way because old Kai back there seems to have issues with going past the other direction. Yeah, character's not the best so far, but otherwise I'm very much enjoying it. It's fun. It's on Xbox as well, and rumour has it, and I don't know how reliable that rumour is, that it might be coming to PlayStation as well. That looks like a somewhat dead dwarf. There's a campsite of sorts there. Reminds me actually, I need to head back over to the other side of the river in a minute. Let's do that while I think about it. Yes, game is on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, I would recommend picking it up. Don't think I'm getting in there. Although, on second thought, actually, that may be where I need to get. It's up here. That's a... it's not fall to my doom. There's a treasure map suggesting that a cave up here is exactly where I need to be. Now, how to get there, though, is the question. I haven't actually got the treasure up on this save, mind you, but... Oh, hello. Came out there, didn't we? Maybe this might not be the place, actually. I'm not getting up there, am I? Unless maybe that's it there that I need to be getting to. Oh no, maybe we'll come back another time and I'll keep an eye out. So I did think that was a hidden treasure there from the map. But maybe the reason I can't get in there is I haven't got the map right now. Look, there is a tree that looks like I might be able to use as a bridge over there. Yeah, we'll make our way down this way a bit, I think. What's the other one? Oh, I remember, yeah. See what we can see.
The so-called godless people disappeared centuries ago, but left plenty of ruins to remember them by.
Hmm. I see. So it's trying to tell me maybe that I'm about to encounter some bad guys that I might not be up dealing with yet. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's not technically out yet. I mean, it's still in the 5-day early access period if you pay extra to get early access, which I'm not the big fan of personally. On the other hand, if I don't, I'll be 5 days behind everybody else, won't I? Well, I'm probably progress-wise at least that far behind everybody else, but still.
Quiet as the depths. Someone there? Find a better weapon.
Yeah, I am a little bit,
You're not looking so good.
Oh, I am somewhat down. Oh my god, you're a boss, and I am solo. Oh, I got fucked.
You're a good friend.
I got fucked. Yeah, not really Skyrim, I wouldn't say.
You take lead. I heard something. Show me what you got. Left leg.
Oh, he's going to get himself absolutely whooped, isn't he?
You're gonna regret that. See.
Let's try this.
Watch the left.
Ooh.
Xion seek.
Ah, that guy just did not want to die, which is really annoying. Fortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to. I mean, I might have to quickly reload elsewhere because this is not going to go well. You get more Diablo vibes from it. Yeah, I kind of see where you're going there. I wouldn't say it's particularly close to that.
Someone there?
You're gonna regret this.
I'm going to run far enough away that I can reload because I'm not going to win this fight. I mean, maybe I could, but... It's only a couple of minutes before, so that's fine. Yeah, you can try and change weapons. You have to find them in certain places. Enemies don't drop weapons. But you can change your weapons up. But you kind of have to choose a build, so... and spec into it. Which you can respec, but... I'm going with a caster for this one. So, we're not ready to head that way yet. That's fine. And you can upgrade weapons and modify them and so on and so forth. You can enchant unique weapons as well.
Next one's mine. Another glorious battle.
Well, a pretty decent chance of your Emperor office then, Steve. Look, a load of bollocks. That's about all the qualification you need, really, isn't it, these days? No, I don't think I'm getting across that, am I? But,
It's got natural light, right on the river, just needs a little upkeep.
I haven't got a great axe. Don't want to use a great axe. I mean, even my two-handed weapon character is not using a great axe. Pages of this decades-old journal are yellowed and brittle. Much of it's illegible, but you make out the following entry clearly. Soil's been stubborn lately, like it's got a secret to keep. Hopefully those newcomers from the Republics will be able to provide some help. I've heard that some of the best animancers in the old country had to offer are here now. No answer yet to my letter, but I'm sure they'll reply soon. They wouldn't leave a fellow Valian in the dark, right? Others have been saying that maybe we should pack up and throw our lot in the fjord. I don't know. On the one hand, they could probably use some extra manpower. On the other, this is a home. I'm not giving up on it so easily. Yeah, so a few people talked about crops not growing reliably. So Dreamscourge has gotten into the soil or something. Okay, so we'll push out this way and hit the Zorp camp on the way back. The visual audio thing. I think there's even a little bit of gameplay that's not unrelated to Diablo. Burn, baby, burn. Somebody lost their hand to the bear. Not sure if it's this fella or not. I think it might be. The biggest question now, do you manage to fill it full of arrows? Evening, Grey. Nightingale vibes. There's some tonal similarities there. Well, it's not quite so Fey Realm as Nightingale is. Oh, yes. What's the way to do this gonna be? We hit the outer part of the camp by the old Pugrin wall, didn't we? Then we need to head that way a bit more. Okay. Here's Zorops, I just don't see any. Well, I do see one, I just can't hit him because he's behind the wall. Hit him now. Surprise! Gotcha. Got him! Good jump they made off there. Get up to me.
Mogren's Fury. Keep it away from gunpowder, or you'll be as bald as me.
Well, he's not wrong. Keeping fire and explosives apart is probably a good play.
This one's mine.
You ran right in that, didn't you, Kai? Dude went flying. It's a lot of sauce. Why are there lots of dead Zarps in the middle of a Zarp camp? Ooh, goodies. Apparently they were fighting a dragon. Maybe worshipping it. Apparently they do that. They're basically kobold Zarps. Oh yeah, what a jump. Didn't think I'd made the jump then, but whew. It went alright. Book appears to be a treatise on establishing power and curbing rebellion. The following section is dog-eared. To achieve true victory, one must target the youth. You will never convert the old guards, too stubborn in their heathen ways, but the young, they're flexible, malleable, and, if all else fails, easy targets. Who you cannot make soldiers, make victims and examples. When the first asserting control over a population, a show of force is recommended. Kill the children and the parents will follow. No. Hope is like a Zorobeg, best ground underfoot. Last line is circled and following annotated below it. I practice on Zorobegs. Crushing throats should be easier after that, especially with boots like these. A bunch of Steel Paladins came out to kill Zorips in order to feel big and manly so that they could lord it over other people. And then the Zorips whooped the shit out of them, apparently. I'm not sympathetic. I mean, I'm not bothered about them killing Zorips per se, but... Ooh, oh, misread that. I thought it was a primal wand. I was like, oh, cool new wand. No. No, I have not. Are we the baddies? Yeah, but with less self-awareness, I think. Technically, they're Adyran and on the same side as me, which would mean we the baddies. But I'm certainly not going to be siding with those nutters. Woo! Didn't think I'd made that then. Yeah, sounds like a not terrible value there, Steve. In Older Lands it was said, the place the doing before the telling, place the act of work before the boast of history. Now it's written in blood. Record all your efforts, be they triumph or tangent, for the record shall outlast the work, and the word shall be more precious than the act. Taste of blood is, craftsman must not die with the craftsman. These dwarves seem like they're pretty grim folk. Even for dwarves. So this is going to cost me 3 lockpicks to open. As opposed to like 1 or a mini game where skill is involved. I mean, I'm playing caster, so a robe would be the way to go, but that robe is awful, so no. Could throw a grenade at that, but there's no gain to doing so, so I'm not going to. Okay. By the time we've got meals and drinks in there, it's not too bad. 46. What these days? Could be a bigger boom when you detonate things like that, I think. If it were me, I'd make the bang bigger. More bang for your buck. Steer clear of sauce and go for something with a rub. As long as they don't rub so much rub on it that you end up feeling like you're eating gravel or sand or something. Warning! Fish in the area have strange growths, possibly fungal, rot in the water. Do not catch, do not eat. Because you know what they're rubbing on it. Yeah.
Stand back.
He got spids. Didn't quite mean to eat so much of that, but Just get back up to maximum health in a second.
Take your best shot.
Apart from the fact that now I'm in combat, it's going to take longer.
One for you.
And I'm out of combat again, that's alright. Well, there's a back way into the Zorok camp. It's spider infested, but it is. Now then. That says trap to me. Ooh. Common Grimoire of the Spellblade. Arcane Veil. Haven't got Grimoire Snap, Spirit Lance, so I can't use most of these yet, but there's some interesting spells there. I think I need to figure out a bit more about how these work. Still, that's cool. Right. Yep. It's a trap, all right. Ooh. Ooh. Said it was a trap. That'll do. Ooh, now then. Just crafting materials, but need those. It's a decent bit of food you got there, Steve. Not skimping on the portion sizes, anyway. Well, there's a collapsed gatehouse there. It looks like there's stuff maybe to explore up this way at some point. I don't know if I might be looping back around, but I don't see a way through yet. Maybe from within the strangle route? But I don't see any lefts. This is the way out the back of the seaside cabin, maybe. Don't look like it. No, I think not. Skinny mash spots does sound weird to me as well. I mean, skin on fries, heard of that. Skin on your jacket potato, obviously. Skin in your mash? Seems like it wouldn't mash very well to me. No, doesn't look like there is a way through there. Movement feels pretty decent. They should shift around at a fair pace rather than just plodding along. Which from a gameplay standpoint is quite cool. I feel like you would have to find a way past here somehow in order to access whatever is beyond. It does look like there is something beyond, but I don't know how you'd get there yet. I remain sorely unconvinced on this point, Greg. Wedges I can get behind. Okay. Yeah, this is where we came in and in the story, wasn't it? So yeah. May have gotten a little carried away with that jump there. This looks like it should be the way, but it's a dead end, right? Yeah. Sure, I already checked all of that. Definitely sounds weird, Steve. Don't think I'd be going down that road. I do like mixing other stuff into mashed potatoes though, making them a bit more interesting. Because plain mash is a bit dull. Bacon bits, yeah, chives, yeah. If you can get horseradish, not the sauce, the root, that mixes in really well, especially if you're having it with beef. So, I haven't got the map for this yet, I don't think. Or maybe this is the one I have got. No, this is the one I have got. Big old arch, just down beneath it, up the side of Paradis. Big old arch. Thing is, there is nothing there. There's something down here, though. I looked at this on my other save today. Nothing exciting in there, but we've got a unique shield here. Yeah, it makes a really nice kind of slightly peppery, well, horseradishy mash. It works really well. I heard a thing. I'm not sure what the thing it was, but it was definitely a thing.
Seen, unheard.
Not unheard anymore.
Next one's mine.
Come on. Now the character's doing this sort of thing, but with a great sword. That's very satisfying to do. So this will be the Fallen Palisade. You think the Palisades would be a bit further apart, but maybe not. You can do good things with a spud. This is true. Here we are. Bit of fast travel, but you know, stuff to find on the way, so. Let's go and sell some crap. Just looking at more I've seen so far.
It's a fine day for adventuring. Greetings, godlike.
Something tells me I won't be getting that compensation.
No, I've already got the stuff from the ruins you told her about. She hasn't even left yet.
Nice to see you again. How can Walter be of assistance?
His voice and his face really don't align. I can't sum it up with her name on it, did I?
I'm sorry, I don't buy... That's it. That's my amulet. Daggerta gave me this. We had a fight, and she accused me of throwing it away before we left Deerwood. I did bring it with me, but I lost it while I was out, procuring more wares. I can't believe you found it.
What's worth to you? Improve the you know, tossed it away. I'll keep it. Here, take it. Improve, you know, tossed it away if you want to.
Or perhaps our ship has sailed. Regardless, I'll know I have it. And that's enough for now.
Well, you can at least kind of maybe get onto an even keel, even if you don't get back together. If you're going to be working that close to each other, you might as well say, look, not going to give you crap, but didn't throw it away, lost it. Take it.
How can I even thank you?
And you gave me 100, nice.
You've lifted from my heart.
See what you got for sale. Let's skip the coleslaw, but everything else I could go with on a baked potato there, Steve. Coleslaw's just... ugh. Well, if I'm going for baked potatoes, beans and cheese are always a classic. Chili is a good bet too. Alright then. So, I've got some stuff to get rid of here, and then some stuff to go and get so I can sell it. Yeah, if I was going to do one-handed and shield, sword and board kind of thing, I wouldn't have a sword. I'd go for the axe, because it's in between sword and mace. It has better stun than a sword, but it's faster than the mace. So, yeah, that's where I'd go with that. But I'm enjoying my greatsword at the moment, on my other character. Unique bits there. And we're doing for cash now. 4.5, nearly 5 grand. Not too shabby. So you got anything worth picking up? No, I didn't really think so.
What harm could... Time to read.
I don't think I want any of this, well, actually. That's good for the right build, but I am not that build. Intimidating feline codpiece. There you go, that's the map I wanted. I thought I knew where this was. Turns out I don't. No, it's not where I thought it was. So I've got the map now if I need it. Nothing there that I want. Boots wouldn't be bad. I'll leave it where we are for now. She's got a bunch of lockpicks though, so I will buy those.
Tell me, it was you who found the amulet, yes?
I did on the body of a convicted smuggler. I don't remember where I found it at all, to be honest. Samantha found it, Volto was telling the truth. I think you can now he never threw it away. I'm sure the city of sale. Yes, on the body of a convicted smuggler.
Huh. Typical of this place. Nothing is ever lost that can't be purchased at markup from the black market. Now I have some apologies to make. I can't say I'm thrilled about that. But maybe things can get better between us. With time. And abundant beverages.
I like this lady. She has the right attitude. And nothing interesting to sell me.
Heard you killed that bear. You need to outfit yourself if you're hunting game like that.
I'm good. Yes, I killed several bears. Nyong. Right. It's epic whooshy noises. Yeah, that's not what I want. What I want to do is chuck that in there for now. Chuck that in there for now. Ooh. Let's give this wand a quick upgrade. Can't upgrade it to tier 3 common, but I can get to tier 2. Bad for now. Wind and Wave's going to get stashed. Because I'm not using shield. Right, let's grab a load of stuff up here that I want to sell then. Interesting shield, can't remember where I picked that up. One of the great signs to an Adyran soldier you can receive is to be given this shield, said to have been wielded by one of the original spearmen of the Thorned Wall Phalanx. When a soldier willingly goes into dangerous unknown situations with slim chances of survival, comes back to tell tale, this is their reward. Despite its age, quality of the shield and craftsmanship is apparent, and on more than one occasion it has turned aside what would seemingly have been a mortal strike, seemingly of its own accord. Definitely a good shield. Move speed and frost resistance on that one. I'd take unflinching duty personally. Anyway. Cool. Yes, I'm definitely not sold on bacon spaghetti there. Don't tell any Italians that that's what you do. They'll hang, draw and quarter you for messing with the recipe. Mind you, they do that for my version of the recipe as well, so hey ho.
Protect that pretty face. Arm. Time to resupply.
See what you got. I should know what she's got. I don't really care for it. I want get rid of some of the junk that I'm logging. Nice. Cool. Should have done some cooking there, but no. Actually, I'm going to do, just because these are really quite ugly beats, is transmog those. Leave it at that for now. Right. So the next play is check quests. Yeah, the only thing we really do at this point is make our way into Paradis. Which we'll do in just a moment, because there's a whole load of other stuff to check out first, before we head through the gates. Which is to say, a whole load of other stuff to loot. Cat's putting all the weight on one spot while standing or stepping on it. Yeah. Mine has an interesting habit where she wants something, she'll put one foot on your foot. That whole walking around under your feet thing, I think she does that, but she also stops and puts one foot on yours. Ah, this is an interesting spin.
Well, well. If it isn't the new arrival. So eager to make a name for himself.
We got a problem making for the ambassador. I already found him. And you are? I think we counted these two by the
and subtle.
The docks.
Like a blade in the dark. And this here is Pod.
Hello. Well, I can see which of you two is the poet. Unfortunately, you're both short on common sense.
Me and Pod, we aren't so fond of Outlanders. Especially ones looking as strange as you.
The outfit's well
For all
designed.
we know, you're one of those sick bastards. A plague carrier. A blight on our fair city.
You've been talking to my ex-wife? You thought I was a sick bastard and all. Oh, their context might have been different. So you decided to check on me. How thoughtful. Now that you mentioned it, have been feeling sick. Crack your knuckles. I see we've arrived at the paranoid yokel stage of the outbreak. Yeah, I'm going to lean into that one because these two are looking for a fight and... well, maybe the word will spread not to fuck with me.
Hey, boss. If he's really sick, maybe we shouldn't get too close.
Shut up, Pod. Let me do the talking.
You're doing great so far. Really menacing.
No one brings the plague into my town, Outlander. No one. At least you can die knowing it wasn't personal.
Oh, come on then. Hey Pod, do you want to kill it? Get out here and I'll let you off with a warning. Could we talk about this? I don't want any trouble. This feels pretty personal. Yeah, personal in the sense that she's just looking for an excuse to pick a fight with Outlanders. She's, yeah, well... considering this whole island is about, being an outlander and an outsider with no place to go, it's not that so much as the fact that I'm a Adyran, I think that she doesn't like. So yeah, it's basically just a racist attack, this, isn't it? Or nationalist, perhaps. Anti-nationalist, whatever the right term for that is. To be honest... do it then, my spirit will just tell a watcher who killed me. I could do that. Or I could let him... I don't know. I'm kind of inclined to kick the crap out of her. And let him get away. But I don't know. She might come back and end up being useful later. So we'll see what happens with the Arcane Scholar approach. Spirit will tell a watcher who killed me. I quite like this one as well.
Boss, is that true?
What did I tell you, Pod? I do the talking.
Oh, could a watcher really do that?
Yeah.
Track down a murderer by asking the dead who killed him?
Absolutely. Your boss made it easy by telling me your name. Odd. Lie. Even better. Watch could devour your guilty soul. Not slowly smiling. Enough fun and games. Time to finish this. I'm going to go with that one because that's just funny. Yeah. My mother was of a fairly similar mindset, although perhaps with a slightly more practical angle to it. I do remember my cooking lessons in school being an absolute bloody farce, though, Noel, so it really wasn't... it was badly organised, and they didn't teach you to cook anything you'd ever want to cook, so it was basically useless. And you'd find out the night before what ingredients you needed the next day, and there was hell to pay if they didn't turn up, because they were fucking awfully organised. And yeah, he used to get an earful. I was like, what the fuck did I do? It was not my decision. It was very stupid. Anyway.
Oh, God. What have I done? Wait, I haven't done anything yet. There's still time.
Nicely done.
I can't do this anymore. Thieving and killing, it's just not in my blood.
Good man.
You ungrateful nitwit! Once I'm done with the Outlander, I'm coming after you.
Good. I was getting tired of listening to them anyway.
Don't worry. No, she won't.
Show me what you got.
Good night. You dumb cow.
Another win. But who's counting?
We will pay a handsome bounty for information on the Adyran Ambassador, the daily schedule, preferred wine. Nothing's beneath their interest. So somebody wants the Ambassador dead. Interesting. She really wasn't very tough. I was kind of hoping to get a bit more off of her, but at least Pod's legged it. Mess. There's the gates of Paradis. Well, we're going to go and leap the docks first. You were told a week before what ingredients you needed. Yeah, that would have been an improvement. I think it was partly down to just the way my... I don't know, well, it's not rotor. Rotor isn't the right word, but the way that sort of stuff was just organised for me. But it was shockingly bad. Nice. Just pissed my parents off knowing. And she show up one night and I'm like, yeah, I need all this stuff tomorrow. What? Well, that's not happening.
It's the only thing keeping the creatures out. Or in. This job will be the death of me. This job will be the death of me.
Only thing keeping creatures out or in, huh? Well... yeah, killing with magic is definitely much neater and tidier in some ways. It's a bit dingy down here, though.
You take lead.
Nice! I feel like the stamina thing's a bit weird on the wand, though. I get it when you're swinging the sword, but this is a really short, pointy stick. It's not like you're going to drain my stamina that quickly. Hardly see it at the minute. Alphabeti spaghetti. I can't even say it. Alphabeti spaghetti is great. It's a great name, rather. It's not great stuff. It's awful, but. No, definitely have to bring our own ingredients. Yeah. Nice. Wayfarer's boots. Slowly regenerate health while walking. Nice, I like that. As compared to the boots of the bricklayer that was supposed to have on dodge distance carry capacity. They Those are nice, but not going to happen. Right. Right, we're in. We're out. Check it all about. I don't know. Yep. It looks like he's having a bad day. Beastie's cleaned out.
This job will be the death of me.
Really? Interesting. I've just spotted some things and connections and stuff. Guessing I'm not allowed in there. That's not going to stop me going in there, though.
Unless you found the missing key, I can't really talk right now. Not now. Not now.
So they're missing a key somewhere. I wonder where. Oh dear, Gary. There is a faint cartoony vibe to the graphics and stuff in this game. Just, well, the art style is a better word. It's fine, but not going to be everybody's cuppa, I don't think. Doesn't bother me, I'm okay with it, but... And it probably does make it, the game, like, easier on the hardware requirements, I would think. Some of these boats are very, very small. Yeah, NPC is quite simple in their position. Either you've got the thing I need and I'll talk to you, or you haven't and I won't. I did find out the other day the drowning mechanic is pretty effective in this game. Once that bar goes to the minimum, then your health starts draining, and the sound effects that go with it are a bit too on the nose. Filters a duller colour? Yeah, possibly. I'm kind of curious about what happens when you get to other areas. If other zones have the same kind of filter on them, because
You're finally here.
there'd be ways of dealing with it otherwise.
They shouldn't be far behind. They...
What's the matter with you?
Sorry, ma'am.
Got to sort this bunch out somehow.
I wouldn't stand that close to her if I were you. Not unless you're going to need a new uniform. Yep. Slightly better sized ship. And some of these look more like coastal traders and maybe river ships. That one looks like it may vaguely have some use on the ocean for the time period we're in. Or seem to be in anyway. Well, I still haven't found that key yet. Book's clearly been read often. Lettering on the spine is faded, pages are frayed. One page in particular is dog-eared, and the book opens to it naturally, almost as if it expected you to navigate here specifically. An excerpt from the page catches your eye. It was dark as the McEwen hurried across the palace grounds to the royal stables. Court had adjourned for the evening and the sun retreated below the horizon hours ago. The hood of her cloak pulled up tight over her head, concealing her features. Turning a corner, McEwen's heart skipped a beat as, in her chest as she spied a pair of patrolling royal guards headed straight for her. She quickly ducked back out of sight and pressed herself up against the wall, breath held and heart threatening to burst straight out of her chest. Whether it was thanks to the guard's obliviousness, McEwen's thinking, or sheer luck, the pair walked right past the spot where the Queen hid. Only after the guards were nearly out of sight did McEwen release her breath with a shudder. Once she'd regained her composure, McEwen crossed the remainder of the grounds to the royal stables. She stepped inside, she felt the tightness in her chest as she laid eyes once more upon the Emperor's master of horses. Her olive skin and almond eyes betrayed her Natlan heritage, and her wavy black hair cascaded down her back. When she spoke, her voice was low and husky. "You did not run into any trouble on your way here, I hope?" McEwen's reply was only to hasten to her paramour and throw her arms around her. There she stood with her lover in her arms for an eternity that was over all too quickly. Releasing contented breath, McEwen looked up and locked eyes with the master of horses. No trouble. I thought you know I would defy the gods themselves to be here with you, Quistali. Quistali let out one of those low chuckles that McEwen had come to find so endearing. I know, darling, I know. She whispered eagerly, pulling the McEwen with her into her bedchambers. You must be sweltering in the cloak. Let's get you out of it. Ooh. Queen sneaking off to entertain herself with the stable girl, apparently. I can't get up there, okay. So there's a tower there. It looks like I might be able to get into from the upper levels of this place. So I don't think I can get into the upper levels of this place right now.
The galleon is obviously the superior vessel, you soft swilling ninny. We'll see how long your galleon stays afloat to dig in with a
I heard ya. It is vibrant, but it is also a little cartoony in some ways as well. Like, the saturation is a bit too high for me.
With all the new folks in town, it's been
Nice.
harder to get a good day's catch.
Right. So I just got to rank 5, didn't I? Nice. So I'm going to get blast. Power attacks with wands explode on impact, dealing reduced stun and explosive damage to nearby enemies. Okay. Power attacks with wands bounce to a nearby enemy, dealing reduced damage, but retaining elemental accumulation. Increases one damage by 25%. That's appealing. Grimoire Mastery. Okay. Unlock level 5 Grimoire spells and decrease essence cost of all Grimoire spells by 10%. I like the sound of that too. I kind of want both of these. I'm going to go Grimoire first. I think. Need a Grimoire with this spell to unlock it. Okay. And that one as well. Okay, right. And I can use, as long as I've got the Grimoire, I can then learn the spell from it, which I'd need it on my person, to then put it on as a power that I can cast without the Grimoire from the look of it. I think. Yeah. Casting the purchase spell from a Grimoire empowers it. Oh, that's cool. I did not realise that. That's interesting. Yeah, let's do this one. Yes. Let's go for the big one first. Okay. Alright, so I could because I already own it and I now have the Grimoire ability, grab some of these spells on future levels, like Grimoire Snap, which is a useful kind of knockback thing, and Stun.
Yeah.
That's quite helpful. And that's a Fireball, which is a bursting sphere of fire that leaves behind deadly lingering flames and fire accumulation. Nice. That would be useful. So these are additional spells I can learn. I've got another grimoires and I would need different grimoires to unlock them. These are just abilities. Okay. I decided to learn that one because being able to cast it even if I've got a different grimoire equipped would be quite helpful because freezing things in place is handy. So might, intellect, it'll increase my essence, which is useful. Buffing my stamina wouldn't hurt. I think I'm going to buff my might though and push out a bit more damage. Probably. I am running out of stamina a lot though, that's kind of annoying. Useful for everybody. Buffing my essence would be nice as well. And then I could use my spells a bit more often. Damage for everything will be nice though, so I think I will do that for now. Because most of this stuff is actually quite handy for me. Dexterity is useful for everybody because attack speed is always useful, and that's as is action speed. Flat damage output for everything is worth having. Health, yes, but no, but yes. Intellect, good for wizard. Perception, I'm also doing range stuff, so that's useful, and like increases the range for wands as well, useful. And maximum stamina is also useful for using wands. Like, it's just constantly useful. I have one? No, it doesn't right now. Okay. It's just still hanging around, apparently. Yeah, just taking the edge off a little bit would be a little bit more believable. It is just a little too colourful. But I could live with it. Crafting materials. Allegedly, I missed something in there. Hello, strange creature. This is strange creatures, which there are apparently a number. Could have come in through the window. Oh, hello, there's a book here. Venus Travel Log. Well-worn journal full of meticulous entries detailing every single day of Venus' journey to the living lands from Deadfire Archipelago. Most of the entries contain little of note, but one does catch the eye. Feels wrong to be sailing north around Rata's eastern coast. For all of our lives and those of our parents and grandparents, Andros Mortar has been an impassable obstacle. With the storm gone, the routes can now open through the area, though the area is still unexplored. Sailing through here will not be safe. We have no choice. If the smugglers we're tracking do it, so can we. If nothing else, this will certainly be a tale worth telling when we return home. Yeah. Andros Mortar was a massive, constant storm that never ended. Apparently. Somewhere to the southeast of here, off the Deadfire Archipelago. Oh, yeah, I remember. So the game gave me a little tutorial that I missed on this save, but I got on my other save, so, or I saw on my other save. If I get an Eye of Rigmarand, which is a glacial spore shard, and I aim it right, just a quick save just in case I screw this up. You can freeze a bunch of water and use this to get out to places like that, which is quite cool. Right, let's go back and finish climbing up these buildings again. Thought I got everything there, but apparently not. Quite the nice view from there. The game doesn't seem to have a great deal of weather to it. Just an interesting thing. Before I go down, let's head up here and see if there is anything. I think there is much. Somebody was taking a nap up here. This is probably insane, but... This is not going to go well, is it? Ooh. Made it. That went alright. I'm sure it was worth it. It's just a few eggs, but still, I made it. I can smash those boards and get down from here. Good to know. Ooh, hello, what's that? That was cash. Can't tell if there's any goodies over that side, but... always worth exploring. Valuables and the like. Don't see anything over there or a way to get there, so... Okay. I saw a way to do this. Don't mind me, guards. I'm just gonna pop in through a window. Storm key. Nice. Recently written note. My fellow soldiers, I've grown tired of the lack of respect from this ragtag militia. I know many of you feel the same. Perhaps with the key to their precious storeroom missing, they'll learn some damned humility. Not likely. It's much overdue. We can return the key after they've started treating us like the professional soldiers we are. Wonderful. So the Adyran soldiers, in their spite, pinched the key. Dickheads. What a bunch of dickheads, and how very professional of them, eh? Can't open the door, though. I could have got up from here. Interesting. I mean, I'm still going to go and rob the storeroom blind, but I can get the key back in a minute. Just a load of crafting materials, okay. I'm guessing a little bit of a texture issue in the storeroom there. Lighting issue.
No.
Fine. Don't have the storeroom key back then. What a break. Right. That was cool. So I think that's everything along here cleared out. Less jumping out to these islands and stuff. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's head into Paradis, shall we? How are we done with our running around exploring and looting? Need to sell some bits, but I'll probably do that in the city, so it is rather cool. Didn't it remove the key from my inventory when I used it?
Nice banner.
Maybe? Don't know. Still got that one.
Ain't it? I found it on the beach, covered in bird shit. Must have washed ashore from parts unknown. They say the savannas of Ishamathal are home to countless herds of wild horses. I've never seen a horse, but they sound like impressive beasts.
Interesting.
Many outsiders consider the Juana to be a single culture. In truth, they're made up of dozens of tribes, each with their own traditions and beliefs.
Interesting. I'm not going through all of these because we'll be here for quite a while, but it's cool that you can. So there was a mention before of a shantytown on the edge of Paradis where the locals were being pushed out to. I'm guessing that's it. It looks like a Fallout build. You read that when he used it? Okay, fair enough. So I could have given it back, or I could use it. Kind of wish I'd given it back in a way. Oh well.
Welcome to Paradis, Envoy. The ambassador's expecting you.
Good.
Good work out there, Envoy. Only just arrived and you're already the talk of the town. Well, the ambassador ordered me to give you free access to the city. No idea why he's calling the shots all of a sudden, but...
That sounds ominous.
Anyway, you can go on ahead. The
Let me guess.
ambassador's expecting you.
With the Claveger dead, then Ludwin's going to be throwing her weight around quite a bit, I imagine. He'd be very helpful, but I keep waiting. What about Chris Ludwin? She said you were looking for me?
She comes and goes. You never know where she'll turn up, and it's never for a good reason. Kind of like a nightmare. Once you're in the city, you'll find the Adyran Embassy due north of the gatehouse. Take care, Envoy.
What? No parting words from me? After all the time we spent together?
Shove off, Muttonhead. How's that for a parting word?
With talk like that, it's no wonder the Adyrans think we need a little civilizing. At least I'm in good company now, right?
Get the feeling... Well, he's winding her up, but... Yeah. Captain Cineric. Ugh, it's a hard one to say. The gatehouse closed until further notice. No one comes and goes until the Claviger returns. Expect Paradis militia to answer to the steel garrote. Before you object, remember your city is leaderless and undefended, and without leadership, militia is nothing but a mob. I expect your compliance or your resignation, Inquisitor Ludwin. So, she's basically trying to take over because the Claviger is out of town. And basically saying either you bow to my will or we'll start killing the militia. And you're not going to be able to stand up to an organised force. And she's probably right on that point. But, yeah, she's a horrific bitch. And apparently somewhat undead. So unless she turns out to be suddenly a lot nicer than expected, I don't think I'll be making friends with her. Maybe if you wanted to go for an evil playthrough, but... Here we go. Southern Paradis. So reasonably stable. Oh great, so somebody's just shot me from somewhere as soon as I walked through the gates. Didn't expect that. I guess it's that bitch. Ooh. Souls transferring to the Ardra. That sounds very Mass Effect. Sounds like going through a mass relay, that. Let me guess. Wodaka. The pictures I've seen.
You should not be here. You should be free. Whole, the blood feeding your veins. Why are you here?
Oh, interesting. So, my first thought there was Wodaka, but my guess on who the voice is, we're a godlike, so my guess is the voice is the god who blessed us at our birth, explains the kind of forgotten connection. My other guess is that the godless, who were the previous occupants of the living lands, I'm guessing weren't godless at all. They worshipped her, and then when they disappeared, she disappeared, or because she disappeared, they did, or some combination of the two. And yeah, this is her kind of coming back a bit. Something tells me I'm not in the living lands anymore. Where am I? You again. Better not be the reason I'm whatever this is. You're asking me? I don't even know what just happened. I'm not in the living lands anymore. Where am I?
A space within emptiness, where the gods live and the dead wait. A cage, a prison. We feel the souls of multitudes, a current beneath the skin of this place. We could dip our hand in once, feel them near us. But now, we are trapped like wasps in amber. But you should be alive.
Maybe all the gods are trapped. Because there was mention that Wodaka hadn't seemed to have turned her eye from the Adyran Empire, which was supposed to be her particular nation of interest. So maybe all the gods are cut off from the world. I'm dead. Well, at least it was quick. Death comes from all mortals. It's all right. I just wish I knew how. Sure, somehow you are. At least it was quick. Guess it could be worse.
Worse. You died. Someone cut short your span.
Catch you later, now.
An arrow broke the skin. It carried poison to your veins. A festering blot of corruption
Did
spread
that
through
mighty
the
bloody
roots
quick.
and sap. It stilled your heart. It silenced the song in your mind.
We're supposed to go. Hopefully the next life is kind to me and my killer, whoever they are. Kind to me, yes, the killer. I'm not so happy about. Too bad I couldn't take my killer with me.
Yes, we would see them hurt too, writhing like a dying adder.
You'd send me back if you like.
We can give you this chance. We could send you back.
I'm assuming you will.
This once.
Send me back how? What about you? Must be a way we can get you out too. Has to be catch. What's this going to cost me? I'll take my chances in the next life, thanks. What's this going to cost me?
We are bound. We are leaf and root. We are stream and sea. Help us. We sense the rot and we fear it. We fear how it seeps into us, into our memories. You must find us, free us from our prison.
Definitely some kind of bound god thing going on here. I'm still not convinced I trust this person, being, whatever, yet. On the other hand, it's sounding more and more when they're talking about leaf and root and stuff like that. All of the godlike features you get are somewhat plant-related. A lot of them look coral-related, but a lot of them are plant-related, so I'm guessing more and more this is the god who touches to birth who is now bound. There is cat hair on my monitor. I'll find you, give me a trail. Doesn't seem like I have a choice. Yeah. I'm not entirely trusting this, but...
We will use our waning strength to free you. Then you must find us. Free us from our prison.
Yeah, I'm ready. This is going to hurt, isn't it? Let's get this over with. Whoever you are, thank you. Do it. I'm ready.
Breathe deep. All birth is agony.
I rather thought it might be. Interesting. Oh. I think he's just shit himself. She definitely has.
You're awake? Thank the gods. For a second there, I thought I had a problem on my hands.
The word you're looking for is corpse. Which, to be fair, is a problem to have one of those on your hands, but still. What happened to me? All I remember was pain in the voice. Slow down, who are you? Sorry about all the trouble. Who are you?
Liviana, the local sawbones. I wish I could take credit for saving your life, but I believe I had very little to do with it.
You did?
Glad to see you with us. I was sure you were already on your next trip around the wheel, but I brought you here just in case. If anyone can work a miracle, it's Liviana, though whatever restored you is beyond even her skill.
Behold my mighty tack. Makes it look slightly like I've got bunny rabbit teeth sticking out, but anyway. The voice brought me back, I'm sure of it. So who killed me? Is the ambassador safe? Thank you, Kai. I won't forget it. Thank you, Kai.
Hey, I'm sure you would have slung me over your back too, if our situations were reversed.
I don't want to overshare
Something I
here.
still don't understand. Envoy, you died.
Does this mean my soul is going to awaken to its past lives? Interesting. How about that? How am I alive? I know. It's amazing. Then I came back. I didn't want to dwell on it. Am I free to go? I need to see the ambassador. Does this mean my soul is going to awaken to its past lives?
A night of heavy drinking could awaken your soul. Who knows what death could do to it?
What does this mean for him? Should he expect anything else strange?
Got no bloody idea, I'm sure.
Coming back from the dead, I mean.
That depends on a few things. Visions and hallucinations? Likely. Manifestations of past lives? uncommon, but possible.
I already had a vision. Someone asking for my help. See this often. Let them keep talking like you aren't even there. Let them keep talking.
Anything he should avoid? Strenuous exercise, hard drink, strong sveff.
Look for patterns. If your friend has any troubling signs, be attentive to what triggers them. This is far beyond my expertise. You should visit Runid, our local watcher. She would know what to make of your strange, stubborn soul.
Watcher can see what's invisible to the likes of us. What is a watcher? How do we know this watcher can be trusted? Don't need a mystic to tell him. Fine. So yeah, in the original Pillars of Eternity game, your character is a watcher. I can't remember exactly how that plays out. Well, I've never finished it. I actually gave it a little crack over the weekend, and again, did not get very far before it was just like, this is just not that fun to play. The first one, anyway. Mind you, the second one, incidentally, both the first two are CRPGs rather than this kind of first-person thing. The second one is also on Game Pass, so I could give that a go and see if the change in tone improves there, because I believe it does move a little bit more this way. So it's a little bit less kind of depressing. Watch, you can see what's invisible to the likes of us.
You've worked with one before. Good. You have an open mind. A watcher examines the soul down to its very core. I can't think of anyone more qualified for the job.
I do agree. Just give me one moment. Okay, I find the watch, put me in the right direction. Don't know anything about to approve. Try anything once. Put me in the right direction.
Runid's shop is in the hills to the northeast. A bit of a walk.
They're not always trusted,
to
so.
the east of town and follow the path that curves to the north. It should be
Out of
perched up in
town
the
is not
hills.
surprising.
Oh, but avoid the watcher in High Town. She's a known charlatan. I'll send word to the ambassador that you survived, but he'll no doubt want to talk to you.
Oh dear lord, if Ludwig finds out I died and came back, that's not going to be great, is it? Mind you, she did the same thing, but she's got to latch on like crazy. Great, maybe he knows who killed me. Thank you. Not even death can save me from my obligations, duty calls. Maybe he knows who killed me.
I hope you aren't thinking of confronting your killer. Not that it's any of my business.
Confront him? I'm going to defenestrate the
Take a
motherfucker.
left onto the main road. That'll get you to the embassy.
Up the stairs and then take a left. Okay. Give me a lot of directions. Report to the ambassador. See the watcher first. Give me a lot of directions.
Apologies. Paradis is a bit of a maze, especially to newcomers.
Don't worry. I know my way around.
Yeah, but I'm not...
Which is why I should go with you. Your assassination is bound to have stirred things up.
Oh, so fast. What's your stake in this?
Your troops are going to be on edge until your killer's found, and some of us still have to live here.
Appreciate the help. Sorry to drag you in if you insist. Appreciate the help.
Don't mention it. Besides, I don't want this to blow up any more than you do. The sooner we solve your murder, the better for everyone. And we should talk back at camp. I'm hoping you can help me understand what just happened to you.
I'm still not entirely convinced I trust him enough to tell him all the details. I mean, it's Garrus, you know. You gotta trust him, right? Well, no. Hate to say it, but there's something fishy about this guy. Friendly warning. Do whatever it takes to bring back the Envoy. I know you used to be an animancer. You still have any of your old equipment. Some of us are willing to look the other way. If the Envoy dies, I can't guarantee your safety. Interesting. She used to be an animancer.
In my dream, hey, I had a dream about you. You weren't alone either. There were
Surrounded
others.
by light and with others. Quite an accurate dream. Letter from Fiume Saverno. That's the other town where the animancers are. Yeah, it was a bad joke. Liviana, Emerald Stair is not the same without you. My animancers are in desperate need of guidance. I understand why you left, but your talents are wasted on that nest of vipers. When you've had enough of healing the body, come back and we'll work on the soul. Ignacio Vidaro. Foraging notes. Compared our local herbs to what's some imported from Adyr, findings are accurate, then everything that grows in the living lands is more potent. Everything, cures as well as poisons. Of course, the best ingredients grow in the deadliest parts of the jungle, so maybe I should harvest a few seeds and pay someone to grow them in the republics and see what happens. Or maybe I shouldn't contaminate the mainland until I know what I'm dealing with. Yeah. Invasive species and all that.
Any injuries I should know about? No?
You used to be an animancer?
That was a long time ago. I gave it up when I
not that
lost
old.
a couple of good friends in a lab accident. Never had the courage to look back. It's better for everyone if I focus on healing the body instead of the soul.
How's business?
You know how it is. Fighting in the alleys, rumor of a plague, odd creatures skulking out of the wilderness. Someone somewhere always needs to get patched up. And when they need me, here I am.
Show me what you have for sale. Yep. Is that right? Let's get rid of what I need to get rid of for the moment. Cool. Oh, Jesus. Scared the crap out of me. It's not suspicious at all, is it? God, this place is gorgeous. Little more photorealism would have made this a stunning game. It still is a stunning game, but certainly wouldn't have hurt it. But nothing comes without a cost. Up the stairs and turn left, she said. There's the gates. That's where we got shot. Adyran Embassy. There's the Watcher, supposedly. Apparently they were out. I thought they were out of town. Underbellies. Paradis looks like it's a decent size. Night, Adyran. Don't mind if I do. I think I'll head back up and see if I can't do this area before we push out a bit further. There's going to be a fair bit of this city to explore, I think. How are we doing? Time's ticking on a bit.
Could I speak with you for a moment?
Remy. Guardiola.
So, you're that godlike, the Adyran Envoy. You're the one who saves the ambassador from the strangle root, right?
You want something from me? That was me. Where did you hear that? You got the wrong idea. What can I do you for?
I'm just trying to help some friends of mine. They're Adyrans, but they've had a string of bad luck. Is there any chance you could lend them a hand?
What does the Vadian care for some unlucky Adyrans? Yeah.
Oh, heroic and observant, huh? Joking aside, I know this seems strange, but they helped me out when I needed it. I'm just trying to return the favor.
That's fair. What do they need help with? When I get an option that says, explain how you know these people, it immediately gets my suspicions up.
A fair request. I was an animancer in Fjord, just through the mountains in Emerald Stair. A lot of Valian animancers came to Fjord to experiment without the restrictions that come from noble patronage. Well, it turned out my high-minded theories were more explosive than I had calculated. I washed out, disgraced. Then I left Emerald Stair and I lost myself in a bottle at the Grinning Balrog. Lofred and Gladwine pulled me out of it.
Okay, tell me about them.
Galarde. Lofred and Gladwine came here about 8 years ago, long before the recent rush of Adyrans. They admitted to having a checkered past back home, but they started a new life in Paradis. Back then, you'd struggle to find an Adyran in the city. Now they're everywhere.
Emperor's made the living lands his priority. Do you have a problem with the Adyrans in Paradis?
Well, let's stick to the matter at hand. Anyway, with all these Adyrans coming in, Lofred and Gladwine started spotting old faces. And if they were spotting old faces, it was only a matter of time before those faces started spotting them back. They're lying low in the shantytown for now, but they mean to leave for Thirdborn.
Adyrans in the shantytown. I doubt they're getting a warm welcome. Most of the people there are Paradisans run out by Adyr.
They're afraid to go out in public, and Gladwine, poor soul, he's gone blind from bad drink.
Oh yeah, they make herbal remedies for such things.
Exactly. And the required herbs grow in the wilds around Paradis. It's a little too dangerous for us ordinary folks, but for the Adyran Envoy, for the hero who braved the Strangleroot, I'm sure it will be no problem.
Ending with flattery is a nice touch.
Aggressima.
Aggressima, Valiant expression of gratitude. Okay. Excellent, brave, or defiant. Interesting. See what I can do.
Many thanks, Envoy. Oh, there is one more thing they need. Land deeds. They've already paid for them.
Really?
There's the Rawatayan in the Pearl District, Mako, who was handling the paperwork.
And why hasn't he handled it?
That's the problem. Mako and I had a falling out a while back. It's best if someone else goes.
Mako, I'd thought that would have been a lady, but apparently not. Alright, I'll go talk to them.
Thank you, Envoy. God bless you.
No, I may have made a passing remark about how I wasn't entirely sure that I trusted Kai yet, and that there was something slightly fishy about him. Yeah, Steve wasn't a fan. Well, I think you should have seen it coming, Stu. Predicted and stuck your fingers in your ears or something. So the embassy's over this way somewhere. He's better looking than the Thameslake. This is true. I'm not sure that's the biggest compliment I've ever heard, but still. So there's the gate where I got shot. Means the tower I got shot from is probably up there, I'm guessing. Just walked past there and I heard the sound of a knife coming out. I was like, shit. Here we go again. Do a manifestation feeding for a day, teach a manifestation feeding for a lifetime, make a manifestation like your ex gonna salute around for you. Unfortunately, he won't. But,
Oh, good. You came over. Glad to see you up and about.
For fuck's sake, can we move this along? I don't have all day.
She looks remarkably familiar. As in, like, she looks exactly the same as the smuggler we got out of Fort What's-It-With at the start of the game. It wasn't about a few assassins keep me down, we talk later. What are we dealing with? Did I miss something there? Yeah, assassins won't keep me down.
I'm glad. I hate to admit it, but the guards could use your help. Most of us are off searching for the ones who attacked you. That leaves us short-handed, so people like her try to sneak in.
She's the same fucking person, isn't she?
But I have to check her cart for contraband. There's a lot to dig through.
Killing an extra pair of hands is more important business. So here's the thing. We, like, Adyrans aren't the guard here. That would be the militia, and they are pushing, they're muscling the militia out, muscling the locals out, and to make it worse, Ludwig seems like she's going to try and make a grab for power. Sounds like Garrison looks like Nebula. Yeah, he does a bit, doesn't he? But a bit more scaly. Okay. I don't know. I feel like, okay, I'll let an extra pair of hands.
Find anything?
Still looking. Found a grenade. Or two.
Find anything?
This grenade doesn't look very legal to me.
I knew you were hiding something. You'd better have an ironclad explanation for this.
I don't know anything. Someone's trying to set me up.
Thanks for the help, Envoy. I think I can handle it from here.
On the one hand, yeah, I'm not a fan of the approach the Adyrans are taking here. Something almost Japanesey about that archway. Almost. But at the same time, I don't want to, you know, blowing up random people who are trying to start a new life. Scholars.
Sometimes we get more contraband coming through here than honest goods.
No, maybe you want to look into why that is, as opposed to just solely trying to stamp it out. This looks awfully like it might be the embassy. I'd like to get up high and get a decent picture of that place, but I don't think we're going to be able to. See what we can do over here. Come on, let me on the roof. Or not. What about this roof? Can I get on this one? Not like that, apparently. No. I want to get a decent view of this place from a little bit higher up so I can get a good picture of it, but... Hey, Kai, do you want to give you a leg up? Doesn't look like I'm going to get one. A bit worried the video was acting up again then. It was last night, but I got it going. I'm not going in there right now anyway. we're going to go and see about this Watcher first, I think. Ah, and climb up the outside, though. Any sort of mobility skills? Yeah, yes. Dexterity increases your attack speed and your action speed. And you can get some things that increase your move speed as well. Items that will buff your move speed. A bow abandoned right behind the building from which I was shot. Not sus at all.
Guess Adyran disciplined from the pest control. Nice! Who's ready for more?
No double jump or teleport spell. No, it's not really a immersive sim in that way. But it does draw on elements from things like that in the traversal and how much climbing around you can do and stuff. Just doesn't go the whole hog. Ooh, unique Blackwing gloves. Critical damage and chance. How does it compare to what I currently have equipped? It's cast speed. To be honest, I think I'll stick with what I've got. Although I am curious how they look. Quite nice, actually. Top transmog. Yeah, I said this earlier, but I'm going to say it again because it bears repeating. You have to keep the items you want to have the appearance of. Bottle of poison, arrow, shot to where I was. I didn't get shot from there, I got shot from here. Arrows fucking everywhere. I guess I'll be coming back here to properly investigate when I've started talking to people about it. I'd like to get up a little higher, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Maybe. No. Think not.
Wouldn't want their diplomats going hungry or sober.
Bit of a ninja, old Kai over here. Yeah. Alright, we'll send you off then, buddy.
Wow, it's really you. I mean, we all heard the Emperor sent a godlike, but I didn't never think I'd get to meet you. You are the Envoy, aren't you? I bow, but I think I dislocated my shoulder, and I might have broken some ribs.
Light elements, yeah. It's kind of fun to be able to move around. The same transferred into Soda can, roll through a security slide and pray you're hooked. Yeah, I must give that game a go again sometime, but You know. You like a bear? Tried to have you for lunch. You want me to find a healer? Just met one, Liviana. No, I'm another mysterious god like in the Emperor's employ. Liviana?
Is that the lady who brought you back from the dead? Tej, the ambassador's secretary. He told me you got sniped the second you walked through the gate. Thwack! I couldn't believe it.
Stop fucking funny, dude.
Getting off on the wrong foot.
He shot me.
Don't worry about me. The Sawbones is going to escort me to the clinic any minute. And I'm not exactly in a hurry to see him. Not until I get help from my brother.
So with your brother.
If medics are anything like Rawatais, we'll hear your screams from 3 blocks away.
Oh, good. That'll be a lot of fun for everyone.
You look like a bear tried to have your lunch. What happened?
My brother, Cadman, and I ran into some trouble exploring a temple north of the city. Bears and traps and gods. What else? The floor collapsed from under us. He couldn't walk too well, and yet our captain wanted to keep going, so he sent me back for help. We're with a team from the Free Expedition Corps. We've seen a lot. No place like this. I fear for their lives, Envoy.
Sounds dangerous. Expedition Corps, don't think I've heard of you. Well, I haven't heard of them, so let's find out about that. You found some environmental storytelling in Skyline Valley. Oil rig not far from the prison's vacation cabin. Yeah, I know what you mean. Notes about how a new guy at work is kind of quiet and spends a lot of time up on top of the rig working. Yeah, I think I've had a bit of a poke around there, but not much.
We don't make it to the High Crown Court much. Something about dirt on the throne room rug. We mostly operate out of the Cartographers Guild. At least it's cozier than the soldiers' barracks. And they let me copy their maps. Most of the places we go aren't as treacherous as this temple, though.
Oh, that's interesting. Somebody trying to snipe on the president, then. That's interesting. Temple sounds dangerous. What were you doing there?
It's built on ruins. And the ruins are falling apart. Because of the roots, you know, and the earthquakes. We're looking for the man who built the temple. Someone the locals call the Oracle. He's well, he's like you. A godlike.
Not as commonly known, I don't think that, but I kind of put 2 and 2 together on there, Go. A little bit on the big-headed side, though. Although it lines up with the attitude of the current prick. The Oracle built the temple. He's a godlike. Ah, that's interesting. Gods recalled nearly all of my kin during Aethys' march through Deadfire. Interesting.
All the gods but one, I guess. Because this Oracle,
yeah, it's definitely cool.
To Aethys.
Interesting.
If the rumors are true. He's the very last of his kind.
Seems possible.
Take it from me. Around here, the rumors always have some truth to them.
We just want to talk to him. That's why we went down there. Now my brother's hurt, and my team's in danger, and I'm stuck here and...
Take it easy, kid.
Sorry.
Can't help him if you explode.
Everyone at the embassy's too busy to help me, and I'm worried sick.
I can spare the time. You know anything about this Oracle, Kai?
Not much. He doesn't get out often. But I've heard he's hundreds of years old and only speaks to godlikes. So
convenient.
He probably hasn't seen much company in a while. Can't say I blame him. People still fault Aethys for the Saints' War, and that was 25 years ago. If I were the earthly avatar of everyone's least favorite god, I'd go into hiding too.
If nobody wants him here, then he should leave.
So, the Saints' War is referenced in the First Pillars of Eternity, and it was a handful of years before then, like 5 or 6 years earlier, I think. And the gist of it was somebody, Widewind, came from the south end of Raid Ceres, which is... because Adyr is over on the west side of the world, and the first game was set in a continent sort of somewhere in the middle. In the Deerwood. And to the south of that is where Raid Ceres was, I think. And yeah, Widewind came from Raid Ceres, claiming to be the living embodiment of Aethys, and started a big old war over it. But a number of Aethan worshippers fought against him because they didn't line up with their beliefs or the supposed things that Aethys stood for. He's supposed to be a god of forgiveness and stuff like that. but his supposed would-be avatar on Earth was not a very nice person. And apparently Aethys also crops up in Deadfire as well. In a big way. Why does the Expedition Corps need to speak to a god like Aethys?
This oracle. He set himself up in a godless ruin. Turned it into a temple to Aethys, right? Supposedly, he built the whole place up just to house a holy relic. A bone from Aethys' titan.
There you go. God of Rebirth, Redemption, Dawn, Spring and Light. A farmer by the name of Wyburn claimed to be a vessel of Aethys, went on a rampage across the Eastern Reach. That's the continent that you're on in the first game. Aethys was destroyed, but rose again in the Deadfire archipelago for the second game. What happened to him there is a matter of speculation. Allegedly, his Titan marched across the archipelago during those events. Going from what? You don't mean the God's Titans at Ukazio?
Exactly. But how do you know about that? I don't remember seeing you at one of our lectures.
Oregon Hill is an archive of expedition journals and news letters. Yeah, that works for me.
I didn't think anyone read those. I used to haunt those stacks as a first year. Before I got recruited to expeditions, I mean.
Oh, cool.
Yet our captain, she believes these Titan skeletons are what's left of the gods' physical bodies. They
Makes
used
sense.
to get up and walk around. And this godlike, he's got a piece of the one that belonged to Aethys. That's what my team is down there to confirm, anyway.
What do they intend to do with the relic if we find it?
Well, if that relic really is what it's said to be, and if it can heal the sick like it's said to do, it can't stay here. Not in some dank hole in this mouldering backwater. Not when it can help our people with the Dreamscourge. Or help people back home who deserve it more. And yet
Why would anybody back home deserve it more than the people here?
No matter the risks. The rewards are just too great.
But
Envoy, I'm afraid it's a lie. And they're all going to die down there for nothing.
Well, we will go and help, but I'm not about to try and steal this relic and take it away. That shit's not cool. Don't get me wrong, if it was just sitting there in an abandoned room and doing nothing and might end up in a museum, fine. This is like literally stealing it from somebody who has a direct connection to the god it's supposedly a relic of, so that's a whole other level. Well, not fine exactly, but better.
God, do you mean it? I can't thank you enough. They descended into the temple through a route off the Pilgrim's Path, just north of the city. You'll know
I might know where it is.
when you see trail markers and rock stacks the Pilgrims left behind. We posted a guard out front, Sedgwin. Let her know I sent you, and she'll let you pass.
Look from Rock Pile, say hello to Sedgwin, go spelunking. Got it. Pilgrims you mentioned?
Well, I gather they were folks who worshipped Aethys. And they'd come to this temple from all over the living lands to pray, or be healed, or to ask forgiveness. But Aethys isn't too popular these days, so...
So, most people don't go there anymore.
Right. Exactly.
Second one anyway. Suddenly got a buttload of notifications, and some of them are interesting, some of them are not. Anything else I should know?
This oracle. I don't know if he's dangerous, but he's supposed to carry a sword full of diamonds. I'll probably never get to see it now.
Well reported. I'll see your people safely returned. I'd go for that one, my other character, because she's a bit of
especially my brother.
Sassy, doesn't give a fuck type.
Forget him. You'll probably find the expedition with the relic we were searching for. Whatever that is. Thank you for hearing me out, Envoy.
She's actually, that other character I'm playing, got a noble background. But also kind of a doesn't give a fuck attitude as well. And it's not overly like she'll work for the good of Adyr, more of its people, and isn't too into the whole colonialism thing. Mostly because I'm not too into that whole thing. It's a bit like, eesh. There was a teleport marker somewhere around here that just triggered, and I didn't see where. Oh, there it is, over there. Righty then, so we came out there. I guess we'll keep having a poke around here in the underbelly. We head up that way. That has a horrible gallows look to it. Or scaffold for beheading kind of vibe. We're going to shift in there.
This may not be the prettiest part of town, but it's got the grinning Balrog.
The infamous bar.
Saved my life. He would have killed me, and all for a few coins.
Think nothing of it. Any law-abiding citizen would have done the same.
Paradis is getting more dangerous by the hour.
Nothing to see here, Envoy. The situation's under control.
Are you an Adyran soldier? You're not wearing the uniform everyone else is. What situation is that?
I caught this waste of life mugging a protected citizen. I just did what came naturally.
Protected citizen?
I thought all Paradisans were protected citizens.
These things happen from time to time. Inquisitor Ludwine understands. I assume you do too.
You can pass judgment without having all the evidence. Bring the next one in alive, but peacekeepers, not butchers. Doing your job, but study intently, say nothing. Couldn't pass judgment without having evidence.
Now that's what I like to hear. I leave you to your job, and you leave me to mine.
I did not say that, Bish.
You understand what it takes to maintain order. We're going to do great things with you around.
I'm going to do great things at your expense, I suspect.
But she's a little too keen to deploy it.
Fuck yeah. I don't like her. No, sir. Not one bit. Catch you later, safe. It's 11:15 already. Yeah, it's probably not long till wrap-up time, I think. Just have a bit of a poke around and we'll probably continue story next time, I think. I think the sluice is probably going to end up being significant at some point. There's a lot of shit in the water down here. Goodies for my trouble. Yeah, I don't really want that. Looks to be where the bar is. Grinning Balrog, yes.
Don't just stand there. Come in. The Balrog's always open.
Nice bar. I help myself to a few bits of sitting back here. You don't mind, do you? Didn't really think so.
Sit down. What do you want?
Would you know, you really let people use FAFO when they're here? I talk to all the patrons like that, don't need anything. I'm not going to go through talking to everybody right now. Be here all night. What have you got? Ooh, lockpick, won't mind if I do. Fine arquebus, nice. That'd be a nice upgrade. Fine pistol. Not going to buy that right now, but I know he's got one. It's good to know.
Don't just stand there.
Thief.
Baloroc's always open.
Check my wallet on the way out. Nice, couple of goodies. This definitely does not look like the nicest part of town. Far from it, in fact.
You there? Are you just going to stand there and gawk at that body all day?
He's dead. It's not like I can do anything for him now, can I?
You can see that the poor bastard is properly processed. What is this? Charnel House? Envoy?
Ah, I've seen worse. We'll get to the bottom of this. You, what are you doing? This is a crime scene. That's evidence.
That's the Imperial Envoy. Stay out of his way.
Oh, right. My mistake.
Damn this city. Every day
I do feel like maybe I regret that decision, but oh well, I've done it now. So this is heading off in the direction of the Watcher. So we have a little poke around there. Old district, huh? Gate beacon. There's the market. Okay, well, hit the market, I think. Enjoyed Stafford's approach. Yeah, I do like the whole skill-based part more than anything.
Then they'd make enough to eat.
Envoy.
Bounties.
Looking for work by chance?
Possibly.
A pleasure, Envoy. I'm Aldrich, the bounty master of Paradis. If it suits your fancy, check the board for work. The dangerous kind. Some more than others. Speak to me when you've got something to turn in.
How'd you come bounty master of Paradis?
Someone had to take the job. Ensuring that these threats to the good people of Paradis are eliminated is my way of helping. I guess I consider it my first steps down a long road to atonement.
It's got a nice piece of armor. What exactly are you atoning for?
Apologies, friend. But that's none of your concern. I left there for a reason. And now I'm here. And that's all you need to know.
Here to collect.
Throw it here.
Nakib has been slain.
I don't envy you having gone into that horrid place.
Nice.
But I'm thankful you did so. Be safe out there, you hear?
Octave the Firebrand, that name rings a bell, yeah. He was wanted us and this runs a bandit gang responsible for numerous killings. Godless ruins in the overgrown farm tier. Yeah, we encountered him, had to run away.
That's a dwarf with a chip on his shoulder. Heard he burnt the last ones that went after him alive.
Ralgar, an orc of some kind. No, ogre apparently, supposedly. Took over leadership of a Zorip tribe, all wanted for recent killings of town citizens. Mercenary falls north of Paradis in the Reach. Okay.
Going to take on the ogre then? Reckon he's the most dangerous bounty we've got. Be careful now.
Tempestuous Lundy. Ninth smuggler, ringleader, wanted for numerous crimes. Ship graveyard in Ondra's Reach, east of the shantytown. Ooh, interesting.
Tempestuous Luandi Kachirai, huh? Watch yourself. Her aim is as sharp as her wit.
In the yellow vans. Number of raids in northern farms. Ambushing travelers in from Emerald Stair. Make camp made Green and Ruins east of Paradis.
Ain't many ways into that.
Hang on a minute. Dawn Shore and Paradis. This is this area that we're in. Although this is not entirely accurate because it obviously stretches further that way. And this way. But here somewhere is where Emerald Stair is. Out this direction, I think. And down here is another region, which I can't remember the name of, and then the final region is up this way. But why the... He camps over this side, but is wanted for attacking people over that side. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, I think the route towards... yeah, I think the route towards Emerald Stair would be somewhere up this way, but I guess you've got to loop around, perhaps, because this doesn't look very accessible. Well, although maybe it's actually through the collapsed gatehouse this next time, but what the fuck you be doing over here, I don't know.
That camp, from what I've heard.
I guess we'll find out.
Trying to find them. A frontal assault would be mighty reckless.
Interesting. Not sure I'm jumping off there yet, but I think I might have cause to do that at some point.
Hey, so close. But what's the point? It's useless without that Adra. Oh, you're a special one, you are. I thought all the godlikes were taken back, wherever they came from. Don't mean a thing by it. I'm glad to see not all the gods have abandoned us.
You drunk? What do you know about godlights? Not trying to attract attention. What do you know about godlights?
I know we had one or two disappear lately. Gods took them back, I heard. Just another sign, I guess?
That's pretty fucking vague.
No, this place is heading quickly into a swamp of madness. Even the plants and the animals feel it.
Plants and animals feel it?
Something is happening here. The plants and the animals are changing. No one knows why, or exactly what's doing it. Sapiento di Falva, alchemist and dreamer, at your service. My latest experiment was meant to solve the scourge that has come over the local flora and the fauna, but it wasn't meant to be. I expected my main reagent to be delivered today, but I suppose the gods had other ideas.
Recovery potion, I assume. Imagine the awakened Adra would be difficult to get.
Awakened Adra has already failed me. No, I have the misfortune of requiring luminous Adra for this experiment. The gentlemen who are supposed to acquire my Adra have not delivered it, and they seem to be avoiding me, as if they fear my wrath.
Very hard to find unless they can afford to buy some outright.
Which is impossible, yes. I thought so too. But they offered a very sensible deal and swore they had a supplier.
They took his money around.
Certainly seemed honest to me. My friends must have lied. Or they got the Adra and they lost it. I can't imagine why else they would be acting so strange about it.
Trained animals might know where to find it if you know any. Okay.
Interesting that you think I'd name names while talking to the newly arrived envoy from Adyr. But yes, Adelgund, often by the western gate, she knew some animancers, and she might know something.
I think I remember seeing her actually around. Tracking down unscrupulous smugglers our speciality. If they're desperate as it sounds, might get dangerous. We'll go speak to her then.
Ah, yes, that's a great idea, and the one which you came up with completely on your own. If anyone asks.
We're a scholar.
Really, though.
Pursuit of knowledge is not something we're going to have a problem with.
I'm sure there's some out there, somewhere.
So, is this the market? Looks like it probably is. There's not quite enough facial options in this game, especially when you make a decent sized game with a lot of NPCs. You need a lot of faces. And a few too many look alike here.
No, I need something that says yearning but mysterious.
Don't we all?
That is our most expensive blend. It came all the way from Ozia.
It's too obvious. I want a hint of fire. A promise that could be. That I love him. But every time I get close, something makes me pull away.
I don't think anyone's ever made a perfume that said all that.
Interesting.
I only sell the finest fragrances.
Good for you.
So many choices, but none of them are perfect.
Welcome to life. Dangan! We helped her out. Her house was full of Zorops. Interesting. Ruinous Cavern. Feel like that's probably where we hunted down. Yeah, this will be where we hunted down Spid. Spider bounty. Okay. Let's see what's up that way. Administration district, okay. I feel like there ought to be armourers and blacksmiths and various other types of potentially useful salespeople around here, but they are decidedly conspicuous by their absence.
Your affairs of men have no place at this tree. Oh, it just doesn't work.
What do you want? Quickly! I have an audience waiting for me.
Something wrong?
Everything! This performance is a nightmare. My friends thought it'd be funny to get roaring drunk last night. Only one showed up today, and he was in no shape to perform. They've all gathered out there, and I don't have a show to give them. I can't play every part myself. I just can't.
It'll be fine. Theatre's all about the unexpected, isn't it?
I suppose they wouldn't object to a one-man show? The question is, which one? I've only memorized a few. I could do Beltramo's Lament, or the Deerwood Tree, or maybe the May Queen's Conquest.
May Queen's Conquest? We know about that one. It's... yeah, a laugh, and, you know, the Queen was sneaking off to get down and dirty with the stable master.
Yes, that should do perfectly. Thank you again, my friend. Now to go out and face them.
Not very much of a crowd there, I've got to say. The sun is rather heading west.
Looks like misadventure to me.
I don't know. Break like that? It's hard to give yourself.
I assume you intend to pursue this line of inquiry.
It's Paradis. If someone killed him, they'll get what's coming to them.
Yeah, there's an axe and a knife. They killed each other, I suspect. Admittedly, I may be jumping the gun on that conclusion, but...
I wouldn't go up there, stranger. That's Sparrowhawk territory. Hail. I take it you're new to these parts? If so, you're going to want to heed my advice.
I'm an elf.
Up these stairs is the Pearl District. Ever since the Sparrowhawks took over, it's become a right deadly place.
Why should I care about the Sparrowhawks? Who are they?
A group of smugglers. Vicious killers, the lot of them, as far as I'm concerned.
And what do they want with the Pearl District?
A number of artisans actually support these piles of Stelgar dung, if you can believe it. They see them as a beacon of independence, resisting your countrymen.
Influential street gang, okay. Stelgar, large predatory cats found in many regions of Eora. Omens of bad fortune to some, like any wild animal, content to remain in packs and avoid people unless they are encroached upon. Duly noted, thank you for the warning.
Oh, watch out for their leader. He's a big, mean bastard, that one.
Big? No offense, but I've eaten chickens bigger than you.
Says you, fish man. Can you believe the cheek on that one?
No, not a big guy. I'm shooting in my boots. Tell me about it.
Thala the Taskmaster, they call him.
Hmm.
An ogre, if you can believe it. Only seen him once, myself, and I hope it stays that way.
Met a few reasonable ogres. They're not all hotheads. As a surprise, I thought ogres were recluses who lived in caves and stole livestock. Lucky for you, my people. Here to keep the peace. Ogre won't last long. Yeah. I've met a few reasonable ogres in my travels.
You're right. We'll see soon enough, eh?
I mean, I've never met a reasonable ogre, but you never know.
Adyran's ain't welcome around the Pearl District. Mind yourself.
Well, we'll hold off on going up there for now, then. I'm particularly worried, but...
Well, no one's come to claim him. I suppose I should.
Well, look who graced us with his presence.
Nell Ten Fingers. Well, that's an interesting looking person.
This is the Sparrowhawks district. State your business.
Might, crack your knuckles, go wherever please. Resolve, not crunch, look around. You're the Sparrowhawks, I'm the Adyran Empire, my businesses need to know. Tell me about the Sparrowhawks.
We're an
I like her armor.
association. One that remembers what Paradis used to be. People do one for us, and we keep Adyr off their necks. That a good enough answer?
Organized criminals, not crunch, look around, is it? Your weapon, long pointy look, don't know, is it? Not a crime, look around, is it?
Things can happen to people who get too curious. Go on. But remember, Thala's got his eye on you. I wouldn't get on an ogre's bad side.
It involves me heading out of town from the look of it. I would have to head up that way before long for another quest. Is there a party camp anywhere around, possibly in the embassy. So that's the... Well, surprised not to find anybody with slightly more gear. I mean, there's a whole load of Paradis up this way that I have to explore. Let's go via the admin district and see what we can find that way. She does have very, she's kind of got it going on. Yeah, she does a little bit, right? Yeah. The whole manner and stuff is like she's trying to be intimidating, but she's kind of coming off more hot. Paradis Hightown, okay. Well, I think we'll do that next time because it is getting a bit late now. So, due to a lack of an alternative, let's head back to the party camp over there. There's a large 6-inch creatures between 10 and 12 feet tall, live in isolation in close-knit packs. Oh, didn't quite get there. I don't think I want to store any of that right now. In sci-fi games, your ship is camp for all intents and purposes. Yeah, it usually fills a similar role, doesn't it? Not going to bother upgrading that right now, I don't think. Could upgrade that further. I'm going to leave everything where it is for now. I do need to push it further, but also for now, I don't think it's quite the time to do that. Kai does want to talk, but I think that's probably one thing to do next time. And there we go. That was fun. Intense. Yeah. It definitely, yeah. Also from a journeying standpoint, if you were to travel, I mean, like a hotel you take with you in some ways as well. Or a camper van, maybe. You're on like a road trip with some kind of camper. And your ship kind of fills that role. But also camping in general, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's fun. Looking forward to carrying on with this. We will dive back in tomorrow, I think. Should be good fun. Flashback kicking off tomorrow as well. I'll have to jump into that probably on Wednesday, but I'm enjoying this. Yeah, happy to push on for a bit. Maybe a tad on the cartoon side. Some of the characters not as engaging as they could be. But otherwise, I'm enjoying it, so yeah. Yeah, I feel like as the Envoy, I ought to have a place in the city that I can camp, though. I'm guessing the Adyran Embassy will be that in time, but just not yet. We'll see. Anyway, folks, thank you for hanging out. It's getting a bit late now, but yeah, it's been fun. We'll try and be a little bit closer to on time tomorrow. Should be good anyway. Looking forward to this. So if you haven't already, likes and subs, all that stuff is appreciated. Notification bell. We'll try and dive back in around about 8 o'clock tomorrow. And yeah, social media links, channel memberships, all that stuff if you want to support the channel that way. Cool. So have yourselves a good rest of the evening. Look after yourself. Stay safe. Thank you all for hanging out. And I will see you all around about 8 o'clock tomorrow night for a little bit more. Should be good. So, till then, have a good one. Night, folks.